Hi, this is Tweek. I found a bunch of old letters that had recipes attached to them, and I wanted to share it with my family, so join us. Supplies you'll need for this project are: you will need paper, you will need a printer copier to copy the recipes, gathered letters and recipes from your family and friends. You will need a laminator and laminating pouches. You will also need decorative paper of your choice, a glue gun, lace for decoration, and you will need a collapsible box. So let's get going. I was looking through some letters that had been sent to me, some from my mother, some from my grandmother, and a lot of these letters came along with a recipe. Each one of them is like a little hug for your tummy because they are wonderful recipes. I came up with 26 of them from my pile, from my family, but there are 26 recipes that I really want to keep close by, and I do want to share with the rest of my family. So here's what I did. I took the recipes and I printed them out. So I have my paper and my recipe. We're doing my sister's favorite date bars right now. And I had this little apparatus hanging around. It's something you'd use for paper crafting, which I really am not into, but I had this kicking around and it's perfect for this project. It folds out. I can make really nice cuts with this. So I've got my piece of paper that I've printed out, and I'm going to get this down to a more manageable size. Okay. Done. Now, it's got to be a little more, right? Yes. So I'm going to take some decorative paper, and I've got bits here and there to choose from. So I'm going to, I'll use this one. And what I'm going to do is find a piece of paper. I can cut it down to size and put this aside for just a moment. And I'm going to laminate these two pieces of paper together. So I take a laminate pouch and I place my paper. There's the decorative paper and the recipe that I printed out. I'm trying to get it straight. Okay. And then we put it into our laminating machine. I have to thank my sister because she didn't want this machine, and I've put it to good use. We just let it go in, and as that is going to get our paper cutter back again. I found this really a fun project just because not only am I saving these special recipes, but I like it that I can go to the box, pull them out, set them on the counter. Now they're laminated, and spill what you want on it, they'll wipe right off. So I've got the laminating done. I'm going to come back to my cutter, and I'm just going to eyeball. I'm kind of using that as a guide. I am not real particular about making this straight. I want more to be protected and to be easy to use. This tool really saved me a lot of cutting. I've never used one before, and the cutting was just always scissors, scissors, scissors. And now I've got one of my recipes. Good to go. Let's do the next part. So I'm going to make my recipes and I'm going to laminate them. And what do we put them in? Well, I got this foldable box. It's got a magnetic closure on it. It comes like this. You get 5 to a pack, ordered them online, and you simply pull them together by opening it up. You push this front piece down and it locks in with the magnet. And then here's the top, and the top comes down and you have magnetic closure. I like the size box because it fits the size of the recipes that I'm fitting into it. And I want them just to be piled in here. I want people to open the box and just find a pile of hugs for your tummy in all these recipes. So let's decorate the box. We're going to do that by using decorative paper. It's a really lovely box. But I'm going to go with this pattern here. As you can see from some of the ones that I've done, I just take different papers and surround them with some lace and fill up the box. So here we go. Let's bring our cutter back. Thing has really saved my hands for cutting. And I have to decide, here's my box, and how much of a pattern do I want on the box? So I like using the papers that have the patterns, and I'm thinking I want that much of a space. This one's going to be more of a winter pattern. Most of these recipes are for the holidays, Christmas time, cookies, cakes, but there's other things in there too. So it doesn't have to be a Christmas theme. And I do want to get these mailed out before Christmas so people can take advantage of these recipes. So here we go. I'm going to cut out, make sure I'm going to use these lines to my favor. Put the blade up there, and I'm going to cut out using that line as a guide. Here's one slice. I'll make sure I'm going where I want to go here. See, now I'm thinking I want a little more, but the pattern doesn't really support putting 2 on there. So I will go. Okay, we'll go with that line right there. Just play around with the pattern you've got until you get something you like. So I'm going to go with another stripe on that side. Okay. You can see here and here where the cut's going to be, and I'm trying to make sure it stays on that red line, like up in here. So let's go. Not bad, huh? So here's what I have for the top of my box. That's going to be really vivid and pretty. Now I want to laminate it. I've got a recipe here that has a big old coffee stain on it, so I want this stuff to be all washable and easy to use in the kitchen. So let's get another pouch for the laminator. There's an edge here that shows you where the seam is, light edge. So I'm just going to push this in. I know it's too long for the pouch. That's okay, because I'm going to cut it anyways. I want as much length as I can get, and I'm going to put it into the laminator. You want to be careful. You don't want to pull on this as it's going through, but you want to be careful because it does get hot. All right, when it comes out, it's still a little bit hot. Wave it a few times. Very quickly it cools. I think what I'm going to do first is cut that edge off. I'm going to catch just a little bit of the lamination sheet that I left here. There we go. Edge cut off. Now, let's cut the rest. I have the top to my box all nice and laminated. So here we go. I think for right this moment I'm done with you, little cutter. Set you right there. This is going to overlap the top. So find the top of the box. I'm going to adhere it. I'm just going to use hot glue. All right. Eyeballing. Run a bead of glue. There we go. Okay, now this is hot. The glue goes right through the plastic, and so be really careful as you do this. Okay, flip it around. Okay, and add some glue on the other side. Hold it in place. Like I said, be really careful, it's hot. Heat transfers right through the paper and the plastic. So that is attached. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to bend up. As well as I can, I'm going to bend up the edge because I don't want a gap. Okay, and then I'm going to glue that flap down. I'm going to put some glue up here. And very quickly, now keep in mind it's hot. Ooh, is that hot? Might have to get a hot pad. Okay, flip it around the other side. Partially done with our box. That's how it looks. You could stop right there if you wanted. It's pretty. I want more. Inside, when people open up the box, I want them to see something happy. I took the one that said Happy Holidays and I laminated that, and that's going to go right in the center. So when they open this up, there's a message there, Happy Holidays. It's already laminated and cut out, and I'm simply going to glue it to this spot. So I've got that attached. Good. Now to make it a little more festive, I love how that just closes shut. I'm going to add a little bit of lace. It's going to go all the way around on the inside. So I'm taking some lace here, and I'm going to add it to the top, and I'm going to flip inside. I want enough lace that it goes all the way, intersects on the inside. Good. So whatever size box you use, you just measure from the front and go inside. So let's see, I'm going to try to get this even here. I'm going to pull the lace into the pattern a little bit. See that? How different that is? So you can see it better? I like that better. So that's what I'm going to do here. Here again, hot glue. Lace does not protect you like at all. So I'm following that line, and then I'm going to lay the lace. Because there's an overlap, I'm not too worried about how much is on each side. And I let it sit for a moment and then very gently tap it. I like it to stay in place, and it is good. Okay, then we flip inside, and we're going to continue. Strands everywhere. You got a few moments to work with the glue before it's dry, and then your lace is set. Good. And when I open this up, that's very festive. So, to keep the box a little more stable, I am going to put a little bit of glue on each side where those foldings were, because it no longer needs to be flat. I'm going to keep it nice and strong, get those edges to stick together and give it a little more strength on the box. Good. Just a little dot of glue does that. Okay, I've got the corner strengthened. Now I've got a piece that I cut to size and laminated for the bottom of the box. So let's go ahead and attach that. Got a little bit of wiggle room to set it. Oh, pretty. That is going to be lovely. Oh, I like that. Before I put all my recipes in there, let's add a label on the front. Here again, I'm going back to my decorative papers. And there was something in here that, yeah, here. This here looked like Christmas gift tags. And I thought that would be lovely for the front of the box. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to write on them myself. And I'm going to call these tummy hugs. How about Tum Hugs? Tum Hugs, so people will know. Now I need to laminate. Pull out a pouch. That's fine. I'll put it through. Tum Hugs. I like that. People will know what's in that box. 26 recipes from all different people in our family. Okay, we've got it here. Cool. Now I'm just going to cut these out. Let's see, here we go. I think I'm going to go with the red. Tum Hugs. That will be another family joke. Since this is filled with recipes that are going to make generations of family happy with some of the delectable delights that are in these recipes. From date bars to macaroni and cheese, to Spanish rice. Tum Hugs. Got it. So what are we going to put in this beautiful little box? The recipes I was telling you about. This was the longest part of the process, was actually filling up. Where are you? These are all my recipes. All different recipes. Each one, it gets me just because I think of the people that wrote these recipes and how they have affected me and how I can bring just a little bit of that love and that glorious flavors. Dolores's orange creamsicle jello. Oh my goodness. Open up. Tum Hugs. And put them in. And here's a few of the other ones that I made. This one here, so you can use whatever paper you like. More surprises in there. And here's another over here. A little bit different theme. And that one says Merry Christmas on the top too. It all works. So if you like what you've seen here today, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and remember to ring the bell so you know when another episode of Tweaks with Tweek is coming along. Until then, it takes a while, but gather up those platters. They're filled with wonderful stuff, love for your tummy and for your heart. See you again.